Hey everyone, and welcome. Listen, I want you to take a deep breath with me right now. Today, we're gonna have a really vital, deeply validating conversation. As a relationship coach, I sit with people every single day who feel just entirely drained by their partnerships. And a lot of the time, they don't even know why. They just feel like they are constantly walking on eggshells. If that sounds like you, I want you to know right now that you are in a safe space, and what you're experiencing, it's real. So let's break down how to recognize some of the most subtle yet incredibly damaging red flags in a relationship and figure out how to protect the absolute most important thing you have, your self-worth. I want you to really think about this for a second. Are you constantly apologizing for your reactions while completely ignoring what actually caused those reactions in the first place? Do you feel like every single argument somehow becomes your fault, even when you're the one who got hurt? If you're nodding your head right now, I see you, and your emotional exhaustion is completely valid. Now, before we go any further, I want to give a huge warm welcome back to all of our returning viewers. Thank you so much for being here. And to our new viewers, I want to call on you to either subscribe to my channel or follow my page, depending on where you're watching this video from. And hey, hit that bell icon if you're watching on YouTube to enable you to be the first to receive notifications when next I upload a new video. You are definitely going to want to stick around for this one, because if a partner repeatedly disrespects you, pushes your boundaries, hurts your feelings, and then actually blames you for reacting, well, understanding this dynamic could quite literally save you from making one of the biggest mistakes of your life. Because a partner who disrespects you today is not magically going to respect you after you get married. In fact, it usually just gets worse. Section 1. The blame game trap. Okay, let's dive into this. Disrespect in a relationship rarely starts with some massive, unforgivable betrayal. Honestly, it creeps in completely unnoticed. It disguises itself in the totally mundane moments of your day-to-day life, setting a trap that you don't even realize you're stepping into until the cage is already closed. It always begins with small, everyday boundary violations. We're talking about things like your partner dismissing your feelings when you just try to express that you're hurt. Or maybe they talk down to you in this patronizing tone. They might casually ignore boundaries you've clearly laid out, or embarrass you in front of your friends or family. And oh, here's a classic one: making deeply hurtful comments and then disguising them as just a joke. When you're desperately trying to make a relationship work, it is dangerously easy to brush these things off. You tell yourself, oh, they just had a stressful day, or I shouldn't make a big deal out of nothing. But here's the truth: these aren't nothing. They are the foundational building blocks of disrespect. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where this toxic dynamic turns. The moment you finally react to those everyday violations, when you rightfully get upset or frustrated or angry, your partner suddenly flips the script. The conversation is instantly no longer about what they did to hurt you. No, it becomes entirely about how you reacted. Instead of taking an ounce of responsibility, they bust out these manipulative phrases. You're too sensitive. You're overreacting. You're always creating drama. Or the absolute worst one, you're the problem. They skillfully shift the spotlight away from their own provocations and shine a blinding light straight onto your reaction. Section 2, losing your reality. I really want to validate the immense emotional toll this takes on a person. It is profoundly exhausting to constantly be on the defensive in a relationship that's supposed to be your safe harbor. And here's why victims of this specific type of emotional manipulation often struggle deeply to trust their own reality. When the person you love consistently tells you that your very real pain is just some dramatic overreaction, your brain actually starts to believe them. You start questioning your own memory, your own feelings, literally your own sanity. Let's connect the dots here. You spend so much time defending your reactions that you completely stop questioning the behavior that caused them in the first place. You're so busy trying to prove that you aren't crazy or too sensitive that your partner gets to walk away from their toxic behavior scot-free. Over time, this constant emotional manipulation completely erodes your self-confidence and breeds this deep, heavy self-doubt. You actually start wondering, maybe I am the problem. This loss of reality is exactly what makes this blame game dynamic so incredibly dangerous and so hard to escape. Section 3. The mirror of self-reflection. But listen, we aren't gonna stay trapped in that doubt. It is time to hold up the mirror of self-reflection and not to look at what you're doing wrong, but to look at what you deserve. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clearly it juxtaposes what healthy looks like versus what toxic looks like. Because when your reality has been warped for so long, you need a compass. Look, healthy people take responsibility for their actions. A respectful partner isn't perfect, nobody is, right? But when they hurt you, they listen, they reflect, they apologize, and they actually work to improve. A disrespectful, toxic partner does the exact opposite. They provoke, they hurt, and then they act like your reaction is the real issue. They focus entirely on your response, so they don't have to look at their own actions. So, how do we actually fix this? Well, here are your actionable steps to break the pattern. First, you have to recognize the behavior for exactly what it is: manipulation. Second, set firm boundaries. Stop accepting behavior that repeatedly violates your self-respect. And remember, a boundary is not about controlling someone else's behavior. It's about deciding what you will and will not tolerate in your own life. Third, build a support system. Toxic relationships absolutely thrive in isolation. Talk to trusted friends, family, mentors, a counselor. Get outside perspectives because they are the key to breaking the illusion. And finally, reconnect with yourself. I cannot stress this enough. Rediscovering old hobbies or passions you might have abandoned is incredibly powerful. It helps you rebuild your confidence and regain a solid sense of identity and self-worth outside of that relationship. And this brings us to the single most important question you can ask yourself right now. Why am I staying? I want you to confront the reality of who your partner truly is, not who you desperately want them to be. Are you staying because of genuine love and mutual respect? Or are you staying because you're holding out hope that they're magically going to become someone they have consistently shown you they are not? Section 4, the marriage myth. This leads us to the absolute climax of our conversation today. This is the ultimate trap that keeps so many wonderful people locked in a lifetime of emotional exhaustion. I call it the marriage myth. It's this bizarre belief that a profound level of commitment will somehow magically cure a person's character flaws. So the crucial point is this: marriage does not create respect, it reveals it. A wedding ring cannot fix a person's character. A marriage certificate cannot suddenly create accountability or improve someone's temperament. If a partner blames you for every reaction before you're married, you better believe they will undoubtedly continue doing it after you're married. You absolutely must prioritize your self-worth over the false hope of change. Never, ever confuse potential with reality. Do not marry the person you hope they become, marry the person they consistently prove themselves to be. I am issuing a very stark warning here. Once commitment, shared finances, and especially children become involved, escaping this cycle of emotional manipulation becomes exponentially harder. The stakes are simply way too high to gamble your life on someone's potential. Your self-worth has got to become stronger than your fear of being alone. Because look, loneliness, that's temporary. But spending years or a whole lifetime with someone who constantly disrespects you will absolutely destroy your peace, your confidence, and your emotional well-being. The moment you realize that respect is not optional, but essential, everything changes. You stop chasing validation, you stop trying to explain your pain to someone who is fully committed to misunderstanding it, you stop the endless cycle of emotional exhaustion, and you finally start choosing yourself. Remember, a partner who repeatedly disrespects you and then blames you for your reactions is showing you a massive character flaw. Value your self-respect above all else. If you have ever experienced this kind of relationship dynamic, please share your story and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Honestly, your story might be the exact thing someone else needs to read today to recognize the warning signs in their own life. Let's foster a really supportive community right here. Make sure you like this video, share it with someone who might need to hear this message, and subscribe for more relationship guidance. Next time, we're going to dive into how you can set boundaries without feeling a single ounce of guilt, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll leave you with this one final thought. If your relationship ended today, would you actually miss the person they are, or just the person you kept hoping they'd become?